Hey guys, this video is just about the syllabus for Chem 102. So when you guys log on to Canvas and you log into our course on Canvas, actually you'll see something that looks like this. Any announcements up here. I'm going to go over the rest of this stuff in another video. Right now I just want to show you where the syllabus is and we're going to go over it. So there is a module, each section is a module called the Syllabus Module. In here there's the letter that I sent you probably last week or so, welcoming you to the class and explaining how it works. There's going to be a video here that explains how everything works within Canvas here. And then the syllabus. So if you click on the syllabus link, you'll open up the syllabus. It's always there for you all semester. You can always go back and look at it whenever you need to look something up. So it has our first thing, I guess, really that's useful to you is it has my office hours for this semester for the spring 2021. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings 8 to 9, and then Monday from 12 to 2. There's the link, the Zoom link for the office hours. It's also a few other places in Canvas. You can always find it, or all the other Zoom information. The exams are going to be most weeks, Wednesdays from 12 to 12:45. The exams are multiple choice, 10 to 15 minute questions, 10 to 15 questions, 45 minutes. And if you're planning ahead, this is when the final exam will be. I'll talk more about this stuff in a minute. Extra credit, there is none, so please do not ask me. The textbook, which is recommended, is through OpenStax. If you click on this link, it takes you right to the online version of the text. If you like a hard copy, you can order a version. I believe they send you to Amazon, and last I checked, it was about $50. Now, required materials. First of all, you definitely need a scientific calculator, although I do not allow a TI Inspire or an HP Prime because there's just way too much you can do with those. The rest of this required stuff is because we use Proctorio. You are required to use Proctorio for the exams, and you guys you're going to want to make sure you have these requirements set up as soon as possible. So a webcam, microphone, your internet access has to be reliable. It's your responsibility, guys, to have reliable internet access. If you get dropped because of unreliable internet access during an exam, then you're going to lose some time on the exam. You really don't want that. So make sure you have upload speed between these two numbers here. We use 250 megabytes of free disk space. Now, the RAM, sometimes people don't check this carefully, and it can really come back to bite you. You need 2 gigs of free RAM. That doesn't mean you install 2 gigs on your system, because your OS takes up some of that space. So go into your settings and make sure you have at least 2 gigabytes free. Intel Pentium or better processor, probably everybody has that by now. OS, Windows 7 Plus, Mac OS 10.11 Plus, Linux, Ubuntu 18.04 Plus, or Chrome 58 Plus. All right, so we use Proctorio for the exams. It's required. And you're going to want to make sure that you have this, all the requirements up here so that Proctorio will actually work properly on your computer. I have a practice Proctorio exam on Canvas, and you definitely want to take that at least 1 week before the first exam. I take it as soon as possible. Also, if you change anything on your browser or your computer, just go ahead and, you can take it multiple times. Take the Proctorio practice exam. It's not worth any points or anything. It's just to make sure that Proctorio is working on your setup. So make sure you take that. That will, you might think everything's set up correctly, but that will, if anything's not working properly, that'll point it out. The other thing is your camera, your webcam, must show your entire workspace. That includes your hands and face during the entire exam. You can't pop out of the picture and pop back in. That is not acceptable. And so, but it's really easy to do. It really shouldn't be a problem. I have this a couple of places on Canvas for you. But to do it, you just need about 3 to 4 feet of distance between yourself and the computer. If you use a laptop, no big deal. The camera's up here. This will show everything it needs to show. Definitely set that up ahead of time. Like use your whatever software you use for your camera, and make sure that you can see everything that you need to see when you with your setup. If you want more information about setting up your system, to show your workspace, this word workspace, it's a link. If you click on it, it'll take you to a website that has some more information about that. So our grading, we have 10 midterm exams, 10 exams almost every week, worth a total of 60% of the grade. You're graded out of your top 9 exams. That's why it says 9 here. I dropped the lowest, or actually I have Canvas set up to automatically drop the lowest midterm exam, right away. Final exams worth 15%, and this, guys, is comprehensive over both Chem 101 and 102. So you may want to start just reviewing the 101 stuff as we go through 102. Labs are worth 20%. Online quizzes, which I'll show you in a different video, are worth 5%. I dropped your 5 lowest quiz scores for you too. So the grading scheme looks like this. Pretty straightforward. The only thing to be aware of is that if you get 65 to 79%, you get a C. Everything else is pretty normal, right? The other thing is that you have to make sure you guys turn in all the labs. If you miss even one lab, then you fail the course regardless of any scores you guys got on everything else. Make sure not really within the first week, but make sure you guys take, you really should do it within the first week, but take it, if you do not take the practice proctorio exam before the first exam, then you can be dropped as a no-show, because that means you haven't even logged on to Canvas probably. Academic dishonesty. So please do not cheat. I really take it personally. I check Chegg, Course Hero. There's a few other websites. I check for my exam questions, right after the exam. Just if I catch you cheating, you get a 0 on the exam. I report you to the administration, and it goes on your record and all that. Please just don't do it. Anybody that needs DSPS extra time, I need to know as soon as possible, and I need a PDF of the actual form, the signed form that tells me, how much extra time you get. And what I do is I have you start early so that you finish at the same time as the rest of the class. So, for example, if you get double time and the exam is 45 minutes long, class starts at 12 p.m. And ends at 12:45. You'd start at 11:15 a.m. and that means you'd end at the same time. There are no makeup exams. If you are not there for the exam, then you've missed it and it's a 0. No makeups. I'll talk about the quizzes in a different video. The exams, I guess this is probably the best place to do the exams. So the exams, in another video, I'll look at the lab and exam schedule. You can see we have them almost every week. They're on basically one chapter at a time, 10 to 15 multiple choice questions. The discussion, okay, so we have everybody has a discussion hour, either Monday or Wednesday, depending upon what section you're in. This, guys, you really should make sure you come to that. Definitely, I certainly answer any questions you have, help you with your lab reports, go over previous exams, anything like that. But I also have practice problems that I go through with you guys to help you prepare for the upcoming exam. So please try to make those if you can. It really helps you out. So the labs, I'll talk about that in a separate video. Lab reports, that's a separate video, all that. The rest of this, if you have time, read this. It's from an article I read in Time magazine a little while ago, a few years ago, and it's about how to become an expert in anything. It's really good, and if you think about it, you guys are trying to become an expert in general chemistry, at least for this semester, and the stuff they say in here it's very, very applicable to what we're doing here, to what you're doing. So that's the syllabus, guys, and there will be a couple other videos explaining how the class works, if you haven't seen it yet, and talking about the labs.